In a quiet glen near Tarrytown, New York, lies Sleepy Hollow, a place steeped in poignant histories and local folklore. The most famous story, one about a headless mercenary soldier who is said to ride through the woods at night in search of his lost head. To this superstitious town arrived Ichabod Crane, a tall, thin, middle-aged schoolmaster from Connecticut. He was drawn not only by the teaching opportunity, but also by the local wealth, specifically the charming Katrina Van Tassel, daughter of a prosperous farmer. His first night in town, he was invited to their home for dinner.
Such delightful abundance, such culinary masterworks, and yet the lovely Katrina is the key to it all.
Ichabod had a rival, though, the boisterous, physically imposing Brombones, a local favorite known for his vigor, strength, and practical jokes.
That scarecrow thinks he can waltz in here and steal my Katrina. We'll see about that.
Headmaster Crane, please, tell us another story of the old New England witches.
Ah, yes. You want a story of the Salem witches?
Sure, terrifying indeed. I love it.
But no more terrifying than the tale of the spectral headless horseman, which your fine townsfolk tell with such gusto.
That night, after the harvest party at the Van Tassel farm, where Ichabod danced with Katrina and was later subtly rebuffed by Brom, he began his winding and lonely ride home on a borrowed, old, and rather unpredictable horse named Gunpowder. The wind picked up, the leaves stirred, and the ghost stories that he had told not long ago now began to feel all too real. Off to his left, he heard the unmistakable snap of a twig and suddenly knew he wasn't alone. From atop his old horse, and with all the courage he could muster, he called out into the darkness.
Who goes there?
His head darted back and forth. Eventually, he reassured himself.
It's only the wind.
And yet, every rustle in the trees, every shadow on a branch, sent his imagination running wild. Then, at the edge of the woods, a massive looming figure appeared on horseback.
Who goes there? Is it you, Brom?
The figure did not answer. It matched Ichabod's pace, rising into view, a powerful dark horse carrying a large man. But the man had no head.
The headless horseman, he screamed. Run! Gunpowder! Run!
Ichabod spurred the old horse into a wild gallop, the headless horseman thundering in pursuit. He remembered the old legend. If he could reach the rickety, covered bridge, the spirit would vanish.
I've made it! He shouted triumphantly. The bridge! Now to see him vanish in a flash of fire.
Ichabod looked back.
The horseman reined up, and with a supernatural strength, hurled a round, fiery object directly at the schoolmaster's head.
The next morning, Ichabod Crane didn't show up at the schoolhouse as scheduled. In fact, he was never again seen in Sleepy Hollow. The townspeople found his borrowed horse, his broad-brimmed hat, and lying nearby, a shattered and charred pumpkin. Brom Bones, who eventually married Katrina, always wore a knowing smile when the story of the shattered, burned-out pumpkin was told. Was Ichabod taken by a ghost, or merely frightened away by a clever prankster? Until next time, Sleepy Hollow keeps her secrets.